I am Donny.
I'm Nick, and we're rambling about, I don't know, what are we rambling about today?
We will definitely be rambling today because there's not much scripted, not much planned. It's just to get the thing started. So we will be just rambling about what our podcast is going to be about.
I think we're going to, like, the main concept anyway so far is going to different locations, bringing the setup with us, and we can kind of talk about the location at the location, kind of unique, I guess.
Yeah, and obviously it's all about our passion, which is nature. We want to try and connect as many people to nature and anybody who already has a passion for it to try and show them some of the tips and techniques that we have got over the years to enhance our enjoyment of nature, specifically the photography side of things.
Yeah, add some more of the technical side of it, and I don't know, like, mostly a lot of technical.
Yeah, well, you can be as technical
I'll
as
be
you
the
want to be.
technical guy.
I'll say some ums and ahs at that point.
I got lots of ums and ahs. That's the only thing I got written on my script.
Yeah, there we go. So we'll check that off. I've got the ums and ahs out of the way. But yeah, so we're located in Essex County, and it's a fantastic area. Just coming out of winter now, so this is really where we start to get excited about the coming spring. Migration starting to warm up already. In the last week, we've got a lot of the annoying birds.
Yeah,
We've got the killdeer and the blackbirds and that. But
starlings, don't forget about those.
Yeah,
the
starlings
worst.
are. You owe me a car wash.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. We want to really hit the ground running at this point. We're going to have the spring ephemeral flowers starting to come up soon.
Yep.
So same thing. All our little parklands and nature spots are really going to come alive, and hopefully we can showcase that and connect whoever wants to watch this to their local area, and hopefully they can share with us then.
Yeah, because there's a lot more. Probably about 10 years ago is where I kind of learned there's more to birds than just bird, duck, and eagle. So
seagull?
Yeah, seagull. That's the only 4 genres I knew,
Yeah.
and I don't know, a lot to learn, a lot to see, and it's pretty hard to beat this area for like wildlife and fauna and all that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
It's incredible.
Yeah, and the diversity's there. I've found over the years when talking to people or people comment on things I post, oh, I didn't realize they were here. I didn't realize that was my backyard. It's taking the time, right? And that's a big difference with you and I. Like we spend a lot of time doing this.
Yeah.
A lot of times you don't come away with any great sightings, but you're still connecting with nature. You're out there, and the possibilities of seeing things is there. The most people driving around who aren't particularly interested, you'll be lucky if they say that, oh, I seen some birds, or I seen a black blob on a hydro pole.
Yeah.
This is where we want to try and connect people. We want to get people to slow down, not because we don't like speed, but because you slow down, you take time to walk, you take time to drive around your area. Mm-hmm. You're going to see the wildlife. And like I remember one of the times I just drove down the end of my road and back, so 5 kilometers there and back, and I think I got 7 different birds of prey, and I posted that there, and people were, oh, where'd you go for that? I mean, literally, I drove down my road and back.
Yeah.
I wasn't going out anywhere. I only had a few minutes. I wanted to just see what was in the area, and just had a list of birds of prey, and people are blown away. You go, well, it's there for you. I'm not, from that point of view, we're nothing special. We're not wildlife experts. We're not having to hunt down and seek out special habitats. Mm. This is in our backyard.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's like it really comes down to putting in the time. Like we go out some days for hours and hours and hours and come home with nothing more than a chickadee.
Right.
And it's it's happened more than once.
No doubt. And also even from the photography side of things, people will comment on our photography. Oh, I don't always get the best shots.
Yeah, no.
I would say I more or less get more terrible shots than I do good shots.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
My keep rate's lucky if it's 10%.
Yeah.
And I think that's true for the majority of photographers, if they were honest. We want to get people as well at the point where they're taking less shots but better quality shots. Mm-hmm. Some people will go and they'll just fire their trigger,
fill a card, and
come back and it's blurry. Now, obviously, the benefit of being digital now, it's not going to cost you a lot of money to rectify that mistake. But it's the things are out there. It's just trying to get the lighting right. Again, that's not always going to work with nature. Sometimes you're just going to take the sort of record shot just to say that, oh, I've seen this or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
No, actually, I'll mention the gyrfalcon a few weeks ago, just after Christmas, that was spotted, and every shot I was taking at it was right into the sunlight. There was nothing that could be done, but the rarity of that bird, you just want to have some sort of record.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you have that bird. It's
exactly,
like a
exactly.
checklist.
And that's sometimes there's photographic opportunities. Other times there's not. You just go and you enjoy being out there, and you come away without the photo, but you've still got photos from other things, or you've still done. And that's, I guess, the beauty with us doing more than just bird photography.
Yep.
Other wildlife, nature. So you're going to get landscapes. You're going to get a night shot maybe that day where you didn't get any wildlife, or you're going to get a nice sunset, something. You're always going to come away with some kind of memory, and that memory could be it was a terrible day and didn't see anything.
Yeah, like we've said before too. It's like I think now we go out more for the adventure than the photo.
Exactly.
And it's like we come home without a photo. It still had a great day. It's better than going to real work, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's it. It's. People say, assume sometimes that this is your full-time job. It's neither of our full-time job.
No.
It
feels like it sometimes.
Sometimes it does feel a bit like work, but I've always tried to maintain that I don't want to make it like work.
Exactly. Same
as
here.
soon as you make it like work, then it'll be your owner rather than you owning it.
Yeah. Feel pressure that you have to go out to take photos.
Exactly, and that's really it doesn't appeal to me. There's nothing about that really appeals to me. But the passion side of things and seeing that there are a lot of people who enjoy it, but don't necessarily take the opportunities. Especially over the last year with the whole COVID thing, a lot of people who have connected with me have said, I've enjoyed all your photos because I've been sheltering. I haven't been able to get out. I don't want to go out. Whatever the reason, I don't care what the reason is. It's also good then from that we're sharing experiences and people who might have got out before to enjoy it aren't, and they can still connect and they'll say, I seen one of those last year before this all happened. I was feeding those birds. I was going to that area, and that's good too. But it is like with the podcast side of things, I really want people to be connected to it. I don't want it to be like Nick and Donny's show. I want it to feel that some of our friends who we get on, I want them to be involved. Other people from the community, hopefully they connect with, send us in their photos, send us in their sightings, even ask questions. They mightn't get the best of photo. It's not a photography competition.
Not at all.
Well, and it may be at one point we'll have a little competition, but I doubt the photography competition is ever going to be the best photo.
Yeah,
because
never.
It's not about that. It really is about the experience people have and that they're going out to enjoy.
Even if they kind of send a picture and tell us the little story behind it. I mean, that's what it is. The story. Yeah. It's like. I don't know. We both, like we said, we both don't go out to just take the best photo. We go out for the adventure and the story.
Yeah. And that's if you don't enjoy it, it's pointless.
Yeah.
If you're not going out and being in awe of what you see in nature or wildlife or whatever's happening, then you might as well stay home. Don't go out to try and just make it about the picture, or you've lost the whole reason of the beauty of nature. It's there for us to enjoy, and connecting with that it's so good for your mental health, so good for your well-being. The exercise side of things, sometimes you don't even have to walk that far, but there's days I've walked 20 kilometers, right, and you don't realize it.
Yeah.
If I walked 20 kilometers at work, I'd be whining after the first kilometer. It's a different. Whenever it's your passion, even over the winter, when I go shooting in the winter.
-35 the one day, we loved it.
Yeah, that's great, right? Yeah. You send me to work at -35, I'll be whining. I'll be going home well before then, right? It's not for me. So you always, with your passions, you're going to be happy to sort of put yourself out without even realizing it, and like sharing that with people is hopefully contagious. Hopefully that they'll want to be part of that and connect with us. And we've got so many other good photographers, friends, some we might even know yet, but you want to connect with, who do things in nature, sort of totally different to what we do. Now, we dabble in a lot of this stuff, but we've got friends who are just much better at it.
Oh, yeah.
Now, that's not to say that at some point, I'm going to try that, put a bit more effort into it, but you sort of admire what they do and their passion for that specific thing. Whether it's crawling.
And all of them have like a serious learning curve to them that we have not made the jump to yet.
Exactly. It is all learning, right? So it's and the more you learn, keep your brain active. It's great. It's you're gonna push yourself. Some days it's going to be harder than others. Some days you don't get the results you want. But again, as long as you're enjoying it, you're going to want to go back out and do it again. It's that really is the key to anything I've ever done in photography. Is I started doing photography because I was going out doing things and I wanted to see, oh, look what I saw today. Look what I did today.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did you see that sunset last night? It's capturing those moments and then just sharing it with other people. And whether it was just your friends and family or now with social media, it became more of the sharing it on social media and more people. Mm-hmm. Your reach was sort of bigger. But I never take photos to try and get a lot of likes. That's not the purpose of it. If it does, all well and good. If a lot of people comment or connect with it, that's great too. But to me,
not trying to get less likes.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not trying to get people to hate me.
Yeah.
Even though you post some photos of some of the controversial things, people know you're going to find different opinions. But that's life, right?
Yeah.
You find different opinions and everything. Yeah. So like other things with the podcast, we're saying that having people on and that's going to be good. Hopefully, we're going to connect with local businesses too. Just some quirky stuff, bit of fun with people. Just to keep things for us at the minute as local as possible, supporting local businesses and local areas. There is lots of other organizations in the area. If we can connect people to what they're doing, if they're having events, we're not too far away from Urca property here.
Yep.
If they're having one of their events and we can just fire on an ad for that there, just let people know that the Hawk Fest is going to be on this or whatever they're having. Jack Miners, there's so much stuff goes on, and I don't think it gets the press it deserves.
Yeah, exactly.
There's areas you can go and do things that people aren't aware of, but it's in their backyard. A lot of people think, it's all unreachable. Or Point Peely all the time. If you're in Windsor, Point Peely's so far away. There's so many good little parks and parkettes in Windsor.
Yeah, well, let's even talk about last year's migration. With the like everyone speaks so highly of Point Peely. It is an amazing place.
Right.
It's
you can't deny it.
Yeah, can't deny it, absolutely. But last year we kind of put it in perspective that there's a lot more to see in Essex County than just Point Peely. We had an amazing year.
Yeah, that was probably one of the best from the point of view that you were finding. There's less sort of people as in pressure of walking over the tops of people and groups of people waiting for things and that kind of waters down the experience a little bit whenever you're dealing with a lot of people.
Yeah. Doesn't feel like you're in nature at that
exactly.
point.
No, but it's great to see so many other people like-minded.
Yeah,
and the draw of them to go there. But whenever last year, we were pushed to go other places, it was nice to see that, other areas in Essex County are still getting a great diversity of birds coming through. There's actually some birds that people are missing because we all go to Point Peely every year. It's straight away for the month of May. Where are you going? Peely. But that's not to say the birds there was a good year last year for summer tanagers.
Yeah.
Now we don't know if there was 100 summer tanagers in Peely.
Yeah.
But we know that there were 6 or 7 at one go in Holiday Beach.
That's a good day.
So they're good days. We don't know if we're missing those kind of things. So whenever there's more people connected, there's some people who say, I can't go to Peely. Okay, well, go to your local park. The things are happening in your park as much as they're happening in Peely.
Yep.
Peely's a great stop-off just because of the shape and the migration and the point of that's the first bit of land that we'll see coming across the lake. But there's so much more to offer. Essex gets a bad rap for their tree coverage and things like that, and rightly so. But you still can't just say that there's nothing happening.
Yeah, look where we are now, right?
Exactly.
We've seen some stuff in here before.
Yeah, it's always been good. Tornadoes have
kind of ruined it a little bit.
Played their toll in this place over the years, but it is anywhere with trees, anywhere with habitat for different birds, different wildlife. You're going to have them coming in. You're going to have the small birds coming in. You're going to have the owls coming in. You're going to have the hawks and the raptors coming in to eat them.
Yeah.
You get deer coming through here. So whatever we can get in this area are going to be nearly every little woodland. Whatever you can get in Peely, you're going to get in other ones. In fact, if you talk about Ojibwe, Ojibwe gets titmice and chipmunks.
Yeah,
nowhere else gets it. They go, why are these not going anywhere else? Just interesting that there's such little pockets where you don't really see some of these other animals in anywhere else, and that means you're in Windsor.
Titmouse can fly to Peely pretty easily, not very far.
It's bizarre. It's bizarre that they have not really. You get the odd report through the spring of a titmouse in Peely, but you don't
Or is it the downy woodpecker's not in Peeling either, right? Or it's pretty rare.
Hairy is it?
Hairy.
Hairy.
I don't remember. One of the two.
Yeah. So one of the two look the same, but yeah, and it is weird. We don't see a lot of them. Especially when you're in the county area, you just assume right there. So if you did see one, you probably wouldn't even report it. You wouldn't even make a noise about it because it's just another downy or hairy woodpecker. But no, the diversity's there. This area is great for it. So hopefully we can showcase it a bit. Hopefully the photography side of things, we can bring out some of the things we have learned over the years to help other people. And then if people want, they can join us. Mm-hmm. We'll do some rambles with people. Yeah. Set up some like workshops. Have people come along. Mm-hmm. Groups, whatever, 5-6 people. Spend time one-on-one with people. Yeah.
Let us know what you want to see too.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, we're new to this, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. If there's things that you feel that you want to learn, need to learn, or things that might have been overlooked, and you think, why has this not been done before? Certainly, send us an email, contact us. Yeah. We'd love to hear what you're wanting to do. Like I know there's a lot of people over the years ask, "Oh, where do you go?" And if I'm going to do the spring flowers, "Oh, where's that?" There, and go, "It's only in the local park." And if you want to join me, certainly. We'll teach you a little bit about the photography of that,
macro side,
the macro side, and the just when to expect the flowers. Because once we get into the next couple of weeks, we're going to start seeing the ground moving.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
You're going to get the spring flowers coming up, then you're going to get the early pollinators.
Yeah.
So the ants and some of the bees start to come and get a bit of heat in the ground. A lot of the flies. So there's once things start heating up, it's going to go quickly. Mm-hmm. And example, we hopefully will have this podcast once a week. We'll be out shooting and doing video and doing our regular photography. But we want other people to be connected. If you want to come for a workshop, connect with us. We'll run workshops. We'll spend time with you, and hopefully you'll get to learn something. Mm-hmm. And we're not going to be oppressive in time wise. We're not going to lock you down. If we're going to be out, we're typically out for a day.
Yeah.
Obviously at certain points we're going to just keep moving. People can jump in for an hour, spend an hour, and if we keep it to smaller parks, people will be able to find us easy enough if they want to jump in at a certain time.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I definitely want to. If people want that opportunity to learn, to be there to help them out, them along, and that.
There's definitely like a lot of things that'll help you too. It's like some apps like iNaturalist and stuff. Right. We're talking about Merlin and the Audubon app. They're great. Like iNaturalist, you literally can take a picture of just about anything you can find out here, and it'll tell you pretty accurately what it is.
Right.
I wouldn't be eating mushrooms going off that app, but like you always get an idea or pretty close, especially for like birds and like mammals and stuff like that. It's great.
Oh, and then even if you take a picture of something and it says so whatever it is, and you sort of think, no, that's not. I know what that is, and that's not it. Well, then just leave it blank. Yep. Within 24 hours, typically somebody has jumped back in, so they'll send a message to you, and you'll see the email. Oh, and then you can, if you don't agree with that, still, you're going to see that the body of evidence will support one thing. I think I did that actually with a ladybug once. It was a ladybug larvae, and I didn't reckon it looked like another totally different bug. So I sent that picture and said, no, it's not. And I left it, and then I came back, and then I went online and looked up ladybug larvae, and it was this other bug. Oh, okay. So again, it's learning for us as well. We're always learning. The apps help us as much as they'll help anybody else. We're not experts in the field of anything. No. We're just out. We enjoy it. We do have a bit of a knowledge. Mm-hmm. We're happy to share that there. Over the years we've built up quite a bit of knowledge on the wildlife, what to expect as far as weather related photography for the sunset, sunrises, some of the events through the nights, the stars and meteor showers and things like that.
Kind of side of it.
The astro stuff. But even talking about the next eclipse. Yeah. Things like that there. It's just we spend a bit of time trying to work out when these things are happening.
Yeah. Like if you don't research them in advance, you won't know when the next eclipse is until a couple days beforehand, and usually it's too late. I mean, odds are it'll be a cloudy day for anything cool. But
and you have now with social media, I find that they make an event out of everything as well.
Yeah, true. It has gotten easier to keep track.
Yeah, and there's downside to that as well. I know every sort of full moon or super moon.
Yeah, super moon, blood moon. There's
exactly
100 full moons now every year.
Exactly. They give you all these different names, and you think this is the great. Well, it's a blue moon. People expect the moon to be blue. But they've no reasoning why. You know, the blood moon. Why is this not no? It's just different seasons, whatever they give a name for it. But most people never read past the headline of a thing. So if they say blue moon or whatever, they expect whenever I post a photo the next day, if I do, it's going to be blue. You gotta do a little research on everything though. It's definitely good. Yeah. So there are things we want to really touch base on with the podcast. We want to get the nature, the natural side of things, and like I said, it's going to be from sunrise to sunset. Through sunset, we're going to be taking photos at night, doing some of the astro stuff, getting people we know who know stuff about deep space photography, hopefully connecting with them. Really just
there's so much to learn.
It's
like we're learning every day,
and
it's if we can share some of our knowledge with you to get you started, that'd be great. And so much like the passion we got for the outdoors, I think everyone should kind of have some sort of respect and passion for the outdoors.
Oh, for sure.
It's a great place to hang out. That's for sure.
Now, we're talking about too because some of the photos and video we post are some of the road trips we'll go on.
Yeah.
So I think from the podcast point of view, we could probably do them as a special.
Yeah.
Maybe a slightly longer video. Probably take at the minute we only really take clips of stuff that we do while we're away. Maybe a bit more
in depth on behind the scenes and how we acquire these photos. Or trees falling over there. Jeez.
It's getting a bit raucous down here. Thought the wind had died down.
Yeah.
But you want a bit more in depth, a bit of the stuff, like I said, behind the scenes. Some of the stuff that doesn't really go as we planned it. Which we're not.
Lots of that.
we're usually not really taking video or anything at that point because we're up there waist and snow or up to covered in mud or whatever. You know? So if we plan to do that, just typically every season. We're going away on a road trip of some description.
Kind of like we'll do like a behind the scenes almost look, I think. Eh?
Yeah. So they'll be a bit longer, hopefully a bit more
depth,
a bit more fun. And another tree fall. That maybe wasn't the greatest place to come shooting.
No, I don't know.
But anyway, so that again would be a part of it down the road as we shoot stuff. We're always going to be doing this anyway.
Yeah.
Hopefully more people get connected with it, but we typically do that, not necessarily this sort kind of setup, but this is us sitting around a campfire talking.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
When we go shooting with friends, same thing. What we're going to be talking about is what we talk about with them.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff we've learned over the years, just from hanging out with other people.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's interesting, and hopefully it resonates with some other people. So, yeah, and it's like I said, the point of it, we're sitting out here in the middle of a forest because that's where we go.
Yeah.
So the podcast, hopefully, as much as possible, we'll be shooting that in natural areas
for sure,
in our natural habitat.
Rain or shine, right?
Something like that. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. I like rain and stuff, but I'm not sure I want to sit here just getting soaked.
Lightning bolts.
Yeah. Well, that's another thunderstorms. When it gets into storm season.
Yeah.
Another aspect of photography.
Oh yeah.
That'll be interesting if we get some video of that as well. But yeah, even just talking as we talk, there's just so many other things that we are always out there trying to get photos off running about. But yeah, just going week by week, especially getting into the spring. I want to try and hit the ground running with that. Connect with people. And if anybody actually, may as well drop a hint there. If anybody wants to support the podcast, certainly we'll
leave our email in the comments or in the description below there.
Yeah, you can send us a message and we'll put your name on it. We want to connect with local companies and businesses that sort of are in line with what we do.
That we enjoy. And
that's it. And so if there's whatever, we've got a few ideas with our guests and things like that there where we can connect with local businesses.
We'll be contacting you shortly.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the thing. We're not making money from this here. It's just a bit of fun. And hopefully other people enjoy it too. But yeah, it's I'm looking forward to doing it. Hopefully in the next few weeks, like I said, with the spring hitting, we'll have a lot more stuff to hit. At the minute it's still a little bit cold, even though we've picked the nicest day in months to shoot this. So that's worked out nicely.
It felt like summer when we got here. Getting a little chilly now.
Yeah, it's just the sun's starting to melt there in the background. But yeah, no, I think pretty much that we've covered what we want to be doing. There's no magic formula at the minute.
No.
We'll be just acting like a couple of goons.
That's pretty natural for us.
So yeah, and yeah, there's like I said, with your van, we could even do a bit on you did the fan conversion.
Yeah.
So even if people find that interesting, you can show some of your
Van life
information.
side.
Yeah, the fan life. I don't enjoy the fan life as much as Nick because I get to sleep on a cold floor.
Yeah, yeah. I get the nice warm bed. It's great.
Yeah, so minus 30 on the floor.
Yeah.
An insulated fan is still feels like at least minus 20.
Yeah.
So it wasn't
Livable.
It's bearable whenever Nick's up there sweating.
Yeah.
Heater's going. He's sweating. I'm
Got
shivering.
water bottles freezing beside you.
Right, yeah. Wake up with my water bottle frozen, and I'm perfectly fine with that. But that stuff's fun. That's what makes a story.
You don't remember the sunny days.
Exactly. So it's no, that'll be good if we can get some of the stuff the fan. If we're driving the fan around for some of the location shoots,
Yeah.
that'll be fun as well. But yeah, I think that's all.
I think we've pretty well covered it, eh?
Covered most of the stuff that we're going to plan to be doing. But yeah, if anybody sees this and says, what are those two idiots doing? Yeah, feel free to get in touch and tell us we're idiots.
Yeah.
Like the only thing is, you can tell us we already know it.
Yeah, it's not hard.
You
to
can't
figure out.
hurt my feelings. But listen, we do talk about a sense the odd time. So if that's something that
You're interested in.
interesting, keep watching, subscribe to the podcast. We will share it on our own social media platforms, but there will be an opportunity for you just to subscribe to it so that you get notifications of when it comes. And like I said, we really hope to see some of the people out as we're out shooting. Like I said, once spring comes, we're always running into people. So hopefully we're starting to run into more people, and you can get in touch. And if you ever see us out shooting, doing photography, don't be shy. Come and have a chat with us. We're always happy to talk to people. But yeah, I think this area needs something like this. Not that needs a strong word, but would enjoy something like this.
Yeah. Because what else is really in like southern Ontario or Ontario that has the diversity of birds? And
no,
I don't think this is it.
No,
right?
that's a lot of just.
You got Rondo and Long Point along the coast.
Exactly. Anything along the north shore of Erie is great for birding, great for migration. But you have to also remember it is migration. Once we get through May, pretty much
dies down
pretty quickly. You get into the breeding seasons. So there's just different things to do, different things to see. But as far as diversity, you're not getting you're not going to get a better place in Ontario for diversity of migration. Possibilities of seeing some rare things. And then once we get into the summer months, the chances of seeing some rarities, some things show up is always good. And hopefully then with us having connected with more people, there is somebody sends us a photo. Like we'd love it if somebody sends a photo, what's this here? And it turns out to be a first record of some sort of bird in Ontario. Cool. Some sort of butterfly for the first Ontario. Things like that. And those things are happening.
Yeah.
I don't have sleepless nights, but it's something I think about all the time. Is what percentage of rarities or things, unusual things, are being missed?
Yeah, just landing for a day and then continuing on.
So more people who are connected, the more chance is that. And actually, over the years, I've found that people who have found the rare birds are people who aren't necessarily connected to the birding community or the wildlife community in this area. It's somebody just out for their morning walks. They realise, well, I'm saying I want to know what it is. So when it's not a red-winged blackbird or it's not a blue heron,
it looks different.
Look, I'm taking a picture of that, and that's usually where the first signs of rarities come from. And if we're connected to those people, the knowledge base is wider. We can connect with people. Other people we know, we can connect with as well. So yeah, that's definitely something to look forward to through the end of spring. Once breeding season over, typically that's when storms start to happen. We start to get some rarities pushed in. So it's not all about birds. There's so much other stuff out there, and we're learning about different things as well. But the flora and fauna in this area is certainly
amazing.
It's there to be enjoyed, and hopefully we can help protect some of the areas that we've got as well. We don't want to be losing the areas in Essex County because we don't have many of them. So anything we can do that way as well to help out and be a voice for good in that is going to be good. But Yeah, just
more people talking about it in general, about nature and
Exactly.
outside. There's no harm in that whatsoever.
no, absolutely.
So,
And the more when you talk about it, you find the majority of people do have some sort of connection with
oh
nature,
yeah,
but they don't take that next step.
yeah.
So
If you go for a walk at the Ganacho Trail, you like nature.
right, exactly.
So
exactly.
it's like as basic as that to like climbing mountains. It's
Just
all the same.
yeah, and that's even something. Who doesn't say, "Oh, I don't like a nice sunset"?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, sunsets make me mad.
Exactly.
No one.
Exactly. Yeah. Nobody's saying these things. So we know that people enjoy nature. We know people enjoy the natural world.
Yep.
And this is just going to be a platform for us to share our passion.
Yep.
And hopefully connect with some other people. So,
Yeah.
like I say, I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully we get some decent feedback and get some of our friends to agree to be voluntold.
Yeah, voluntold
Yeah,
for
we'll get
sure.
some voluntold to come and have some time talking with us as well, and we'll have some fun with them.
Yeah. We'll have some cold beverages and
Yeah,
hopefully,
hopefully some,
some
cold
local.
or warm depending on the temperature, we'll try and get some local cold
Yeah.
or warm beverages.
Yeah, today would be a good warm beverage day
yeah,
for sure.
exactly. I'm not really wanting a cold drink right now.
No.
But yeah, no, I think we've pretty much covered what we need
Yeah.
to cover for this, and
Well,
hopefully we'll
that's a wrap or what?
getting going. This is a wrap. So it's goodbye from Nick.
Goodbye from Donny.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.